That's it. That's the simplest way to think of how to do TRX Flys effectively. In this video, we're going to look at how to do TRX Chest Flys effectively. This is one exercise that people seem to struggle to connect mindfully to the muscle with and really feel it. So we're going to look at some really key technique points that will help you with that. We'll first look at how to set up, the stretch and the top squeeze, and where to position your arms to really connect with the muscle mindfully. First up, just smash that like button for TRX Fitness Freedom and subscribe if you haven't already so I can keep you updated on how to get the most out of your TRX suspension training workouts. All right, let's get to it. The two major things you want to focus on with TRX Flys are the bottom stretch, and you actually want to play in that bottom stretch and really stay there and feel it, and the top squeeze. Now, the way we do that, as we go down, first of all, it's never about straightening your arms and doing that. That's going to put a lot of tension on your elbows, even push it back, and it's just not good for the joint, and you don't need to do it. As you go back, bend the elbows, and the point is to feel a stretch. Now, to get a bigger stretch, it's not about forcing our hands back. It's about contracting the shoulder blades back and pulling them back and really opening out the chest. The arms will only go so far, but if you really contract back, you'll feel your chest open up a lot more. And once you get that pull from the TRX, you'll really feel it stretch. And you should just be able to feel it stretch just by doing that. Before you even do a TRX fly, just try doing that and just feel that stretch. That's what you want. As soon as you add a bit of intensity to that, to pull it back a little bit more, you're going to really open up the chest. And then we're going to take it from that position, so that stretched position, to a top contracted position. Full range of motion from a stretch to a contracted position, and the squeeze at the top. You know how much we love the squeeze. Now, how do we get the squeeze? The second thing I see people doing, which is why they struggle to feel it with TRX Chest Flys, is I see them bringing their hands together. Now, if I do this and I hold my hands there, there's not much tension on the chest muscle, really. Not a little bit, but not much. Now, think about what is biomechanically, what is the action of the chest muscle? It's also to bring the arm across the body. So if we think about that, and as we go to do the chest flies and we're coming back in, what we want to try and do is at the top to squeeze, we want to try and make our elbows touch each other, because essentially we want to bring our arms across to squeeze. It's like nipping a pen between your chest muscles. So as I'm coming down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten my arms, and I'm actually going to, I even sometimes twist them a little bit, and I'm actually twist my wrists, and I'm going to try and push my elbows together. And if you do that right now, push your elbows together, you'll feel such, like that, the chest muscle is solid there. There's such a squeeze on it. And that's what we want. We want that top squeeze. So the action is you don't go from straight arms. You go from trying to make your elbows touch to a stretched position. Try to make your elbows touch to a stretched position. That's it. That's the simplest way to think of how to do TRX Flys effectively. Now in practice, it looks something like this. So with flies, I normally look to get about a hands gap, something like that, on the straps. You want quite a lot of strap because you want to be able to really open up the chest muscle. And I like to sort of start as I'm going to end. So I'm starting here and I'm going to be squeezing the chest like this. So if I start there and I'm going to come out and take it slow. This is all about slow, slow, slow tempo. So we're going to go out for 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm stretching that, and I'm going to hold it there for a second, and now I'm going to contract and squeeze, and now right now I'm trying to bring my elbows together. There we go. I'm squeezing, and then I'm going to go back down for 1, 2, 3, and I'm stretching my chest out, and I'm contracting, trying to bring the elbows together, squeezing, and back down. Now I'm actually going to step back a bit just to make it a little bit harder so I can get a bit more tension. Here we go. So stretching right out, 2, 3, 4, hold it for a second. I can feel that stretch, and I'm going to contract up, and I'm going to bring my elbows together, and I'm going to squeeze super hard. Look at my wrist position, and I'm going to hold it for 2 seconds, and then I'm going to go back down for 1, 2, 3, 4, stretch and squeeze the chest. Try to bring the elbows together, squeeze super hard, and back down. That's what you want to look for. Top squeeze by bringing the elbows together, and the bottom stretch by stretching right out. And you saw how bent my elbows were, because I can achieve that stretch with that bend of an elbow. If I want to get even more, I can straighten my arms out a little bit more. But it's not essential. Focus on the stretch, focus on the contraction. You can also play around with the area of the chest as well. Broadly speaking, you're gonna do the width with flies, but if you actually keep your hands a little bit higher as you do the flies, contract and do the same thing, you can actually feel it more on the upper chest muscle as well. Have a play. The best position, ideally, if you're just starting out, you just want to keep your arms straight, parallel to the ground. If you're just starting out, don't overthink that. Just focus on stretching and contracting. You'll notice how I have to keep my hands down quite a bit, or I do keep my hands down quite a bit to get that contraction. But sometimes I will play up here and I'll do it a bit higher and I'll squeeze there, and I'm still trying to touch my shoulders, and I'm squeezing the chest muscles together. It's something that does take time, this, and it takes practice. Just always remember, from that bottom stretch, contract the chest muscle. So really focus, place your mind inside the muscle and squeeze the chest as soon as you begin to contract up and bring the elbows together, and you'll feel that tension, you'll feel that squeeze build and build and build. And that's what we want. We want time under tension for that muscle. Now, if you're looking for a TRX program, I have many on my website, which I'll put the link to, and they're for beginner to advanced levels. All the programs come with teaching videos. There's a Facebook support group. If you're looking for a progressive workout plan, that's exactly why I created them. Check them out and let me know below if you've got any questions and if you need any help choosing the right program. If you like this video, I know you're going to find this video useful. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.